How's it going, YouTube fam? China Hardy coming to you live. Today I want to talk about how I got the opportunity to sit down with a very successful real estate investor. I've sat down with one before last year, and essentially he became my mentor. I got to connect fairly easily through work, express my interest in wanting to be in the real estate game, and then that person connected me to my mentor. But this person that I sat down with recently, I took it into my own hands. I didn't have to connect as easily. Basically, my girl, somebody she knows, they have a landlord and they had a unit that was vacant for quite a while, and I just wanted to ask what's going on with that unit. Long story short, got the contact information of the landlord, and then things went down from there. Before we get into this, I want to make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this type of content. If you do, let me know down below, all right? And if you want to contact me, have any questions, go ahead and hit me up on my IG page. I'll be glad to answer them to the best of my abilities, all right? But let's get right into this. Now, before I decided to contact him, it kind of struck me that I don't want to focus on that particular unit. I would rather just sit down with the guy, have a conversation with him, because he's achieved the goals that I desire to achieve. So I know I would get much more value out of a conversation with him. With that being said, I wondered how I would be able to get this with him, get a sit down with him, a lunch, coffee, whatever. So I sat down and wrote down in my notepad what I wanted to say before I even contacted the guy. I wanted to read it word for word, but part of me figured that it would not go down just like that. A conversation typically doesn't go how you plan it to go in your head. But I go ahead and call him up. It goes straight to voicemail. And I'm like, oh, perfect. Let's go ahead and read this off. And then I'm reading it, right? And then I start getting a call and I ignore it because I'm just trying to finish this script, leaving him a voice message. It makes sense. He'll call me back. But I look at the number and I realize it's him calling me. So it threw me all the way off. I answered. Of course I'm going to answer. And long story short, we have the conversation. It doesn't go exactly how I planned, but I said pretty much what I needed to say. Hey, I'm very interested in getting a chance to sit down with you. I love the idea of investing in real estate. I have a passion for it. I have a passion for financial freedom. Then I asked, would he be okay with sitting down with me over lunch and just kind of giving me some tips, explaining the game, what he's learned, everything, how he became successful. So he said yes. It was straightforward to the point. He's had people reach out to him before, he told me, and he sat down with them as well. So he was okay with that. And then he told me, you're gonna have to come out here though. I thought he lived where I lived at. So I said, oh, where are you located? And then basically he was 1 hour away from where I stayed. But I said no problem, really quick, because honestly, I knew that a conversation with him, the value I would get out of that would outweigh that 1 hour drive by a long shot. So we set it up right there in that phone call. A couple of days later, I was sitting down with him. So now let's just fast forward to when we met. We met up at Panera Bread. He ordered a coffee and I ordered a sandwich. I was very hungry, by the way. So I went ahead and, paid for that for him because honestly, just him sitting down with me, it was worth way more than just a coffee. Okay, way more. When we sat down, as soon as we did, he started asking me questions, which was very different. Caught me off guard because my current mentor, when I sat down with him for the first time, he just started, telling me things about the game, didn't ask me too many questions. This guy, he began with, what do you do? What's your career? Where are you now in the real estate investing? Why do I want to do this? Why do I want to achieve financial freedom through real estate? So then after answering his questions, he went ahead and started telling me a few things, teaching me some things, writing them down in a book. He had a little book that had his name on it, company name. It was very professional. He said, here, this is for you. He even gave me the pen. I was like, oh, nice. Love it. Love it. So he taught me a lot of things, honestly. Then he finally wrapped it up with, do you have any other questions for me? And I did have a couple more questions. He answered them, and long story short, it was a great conversation, very successful sit down with him, and I was very happy. I couldn't ask for anything more. A lot of value gained out of that conversation. The most valuable thing I got, he told me to look at this movie called The Secret, and I couldn't wait to watch it because he said, I've watched it multiple times. Another kid that I sat with, he's watched it multiple times. He's a multimillionaire now. And basically, it's a very important movie to watch. It'll get you to success. I'm just like, okay, all right, I love movies. So basically I couldn't wait to watch it. Finally got to it. Loved it. It's about mindset, law of attraction, keeping that view, staying focused on the vision. So it was a great conversation with him. I'm so glad that I made that phone call, got over my nerves, and just took the leap. The worst he could have said was no to sitting down, but he said yes. Very good outcomes. He told me if I had any questions for him in the future, I could always contact him. So I'm happy that I made that connection with a very successful real estate investor. I hope this motivates you guys. If you guys are in the same boat trying to get some connections as well, just take a leap. Call somebody, a landlord that you may know. See if they've reached some goals that you want to achieve, because they might just sit down with you and spit some game to you, you know what I mean? But anyways, I'm gonna wrap this video up. I hope you guys found some value out of this content. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down below, all right? And if you want to contact me, hit me up on my IG page. I'll answer any questions that you may have to the best of my abilities, all right? And until next time, my name is China Hardy, and I'm out.